Hey everybody, this is Charlie. Welcome back to the Wood Factory. Today I'm going to show you how I take a tree, log, branch, or something similar to this one and transform it into a coaster like this one. Complete with the letter, finished about a ½ inch thick or so. If it sounds like something you want to see, come on with me and we'll take you through the process.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm making live edge coasters. I got the machine set up to 3/4 of an inch. All we're going to do is just make several coasters. We're going to put some names in it. This one's a little going to have to get smoothed out because it was the old cut. But we'll just take out the drum sander and just sand them all real quick, get them all nice and level and flush. So I'm just starting off with a ½ inch, or with a 3/4 of an inch, and we'll go from there. Alright, so there's the blocks. I'll swing you around to the table and show you what we do with them next. So what we're going to do next is we're just going to put some CA glue around the bark on both sides, just to kind of get it to hold real good. I'm doing this so if there's any splits or cracks in there, it will kind of hold it and make it a little bit stronger, and kind of hold the bark on there so it keeps its live edge. Okay, so right about now the vapors are starting to get pretty strong in here, so I'm going to move this operation outside, I think. Alright, so what we're doing is we're gluing. We started on this side, so now we're just going to glue this side and all the edges. I've already got a couple of them done. So the glue that's going to be on here is going to help protect the bark from the water, and it's going to help protect the bark from falling off, basically. So I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. Just put the glue all along the edge, like so. I want to put the glue on heavy here, and then I just want to turn on its side and just let the glue cover all the bark. I'm not going to use an accelerator on this because I don't want it to get like super hot while it's doing its cure thing, because super glue gets pretty hot while it's curing when you use the accelerator. So if you don't use the accelerator and just put the glue on there, it works out pretty good. And that's it. So you just set it down on its angle and you move on to the next one. So the CA glue is a VOC, so you gotta make sure that you're not doing this in an enclosed area. You can see I'm inside my garage right now. I'm not inside the barn, because inside the barn the fumes from this is just very overpowering. Alright, so we're back. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to write letters on here. I'm going to do it in pencil. Hopefully I can see it when I go to start carving. So I need to get a... So let's just start here. I really can't see this. I'm going to have to get a pen. Fortunately, I have one right here. I don't like how that looks. looks. We'll try that one again. So, what we do when this situation comes up, we just ask Google. To there. Scratch through that so we don't accidentally do it. So we're going to do a big swirly all the way around. I'm going to come through, loop around, and go up and over. That's how that's going to go. So next, what we'll do is we'll get our little clamping station set up right here. This is clearly too thick. Need something skinnier. Be right back. There we go. This little paint stirrer is all it took. Just get this here. With a bit of a clamping. Oh shit, yeah, that's right, I forgot. I need something to clamp on this so it holds it tight against the table. And then that holds these so I can do the thingy. Gotta get a clamp. Be right back. I really don't like this one like that. It just doesn't look good. Let's try and make it look a little bit more cool. We'll just do it on the back side. And I got you a little bit closer to the action. There we go. That's got him. So I'll just clean this up real quick, then we'll get back to super gluing. Alright, so here we go again.
Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is just show you real quick what we look for when we're sanding. So these ones I ran through my drum sander a minute ago, so you could get a good sight on them. And of course you can't see anything. So if you can't see it, there's a whole bunch of lines going this way on the grain of the piece. And then on this one, I already started sanding this with some 120, but the objective is to get rid of all of those lines that go this way. And the 120, the 220, 320, and 400 is you're getting rid of the scratches or the markings from the last sandpaper grit. So the initial 60, 80 grits usually are used to hog out material. Then you go your 120s and your 220s are your medium grits, and then your 320s and 420s are your fine grits. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm going to just start sanding. Yeah, so back to 120. So you really want to take your time on this 120 grit and make sure you get all the lines off of it. Hold the piece at varying angles to make sure that you can see any of them, because there's nothing worse than getting all the way up to your 400 grit and then seeing a big old scratch that you missed running down the face of your piece. It's terrible. It's a terrible feeling, because then you got to start all over again. And just for camera purposes, I'm going to show you on this one right here all the way up through 400. So I'm just going to put a 220 on there now. Put my ears back on. And what I like to do is just feel it. It feels nice and smooth. I don't feel any roughness anywhere on it. So that tells me the 220 grit is good. I'm going to jump up to the 300 to the 320. That's 120. So 320. I think I'm just only going as high as 320 on these. I don't think I'm doing 400 because this is just a coaster, so I don't think I need 400. But I'll figure that out once I get it sanded here real quick. Oh yeah, that's nice. So there's a lot of powder on there, so I'm going to blow these off with air before I do it. But that feels silky smooth, so that's exactly the look or the feel I'm going for. It's nice and flat, so that's what I'm going to sand it to, is 320 on this lot. So I'm going to cut off the camera, and I'll see y'all before I apply the finish. All right. So we're going to put Odie's oil on these. That's the product we're going to use. Because Odie's oil is a nice product that will finish these up nice and make them waterproof. This is my own mixture of this. It's got Odie's oil, original, and wax. Odie's butter, wood butter, I think. So I just mix the two together, so it's kind of a little thicky and a little bit gloppy. And of course it doesn't help that it's 50 degrees out here, so it's a little chilly. Probably going to do the top and bottom of these just to make sure these are fully enclosed with the oil. Just to make sure we get good coverage all the way around. And in the off chance that the user of them decides they don't want to clean up the water that's leaking off of it and then it gets on the underside of it, we don't want the water to soak into the wood from the bottom. I think I'm going to go ahead and pack all this up and bring it in the house. I'll bring back in a minute. Alright, so I'm inside. I've got the first, well, I say first, but I've got the initial hit with the Odie's oil on these. So I'm just gonna go along, and I'm about to buff these off, so they've been sitting for a little while. So I'm just gonna hit them one more time real quick on the show side, just to make sure they got good coverage and good penetration. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to buff off the Odie's oil. And we're just going to get as much of it off as we can so that there's nothing left of it on the surface. So there's nothing on that one, nothing there, so we're good for that one. And there we go. We're all finished. Okay, so there they are. They're all finished up. You got the coat on the top and the bottom. They're all sanded, nice and smooth. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And we'll see y'all in the next video.